what I'd like to do now is actually take a few minutes to talk to each of the speakers about their thoughts with next gen and just their wrap-up thoughts. So James, can you start?
Yeah, so thank you, Fran. So yeah, next gen is going to be a very exciting space, especially when we talk about the upcoming seminar as well. But the next gen space, while it's exciting, it's also very complex. And what I mean by complex is it's some of the things and themes that I mentioned, Courtney has mentioned, Carolyn has mentioned today, where you're looking at the users and you're looking at the drug product, or otherwise known as the medicinal product, because we want to include the cell therapy and biologics in this as well, vaccines even. And how do you go about looking at the next generation? So when we talk about advanced therapies, when we talk about CRISPR type delivery, when we talk about tissue engineered products, which is more or less around regenerative medicine that could potentially be used to deliver a medicinal product. When we look at CATMPs or combined advanced therapies, this is where you have a cell therapy product that's embedded into, say, an implantable scaffold or device for delivery. These are the type of things from an international global perspective that we have to be mindful of the regulatory frameworks, ensuring the strategies are understood up front, and the reasons that we need this product for unmet medical needs, and how do we go about developing a product for that particular market, especially if there's other products in the market and what they otherwise known as a crowded marketplace. And so we want to make sure that we're looking at these products really to either eradicate or better manage a particular disease state across various therapeutic areas into the future.
Great. Carolyn, your thoughts?
Yeah, as we go into kind of the next gen, I always look to at, focusing on getting, along the lines of the poll question, getting patients, access to more medicinal products and at home or more convenient ways of dosing as well, and kind of where areas of where technology has stalled out. I think really kind of there's one particular area that has always hit home for me, and that's kind of on that, reconstitution area as well. The reconstitution is really kind of been the bane of existence for combination products in particular. It's just really has not, broken through. There's been a lot of innovation and a lot of really great ideas and great technologies. Nothing's really broken through besides a couple of examples. And so where can we break down some of those technological barriers and really encourage some of those technologies and innovations so that we can get better dosing, more reliable dosing for products that do need reconstitution? Because we know from a stability standpoint, lyophilized drugs do have better stability. Let's just face it. A lot of drugs do better in a lyo form. So when we look at next gen products and improving access for patients, looking at how we leverage some of those drug product forms and use device technologies to give more access to patients.
Great. Courtney, your thoughts?
Absolutely. I don't have much to add after that, but I do, I think that for myself in general, what I am most excited about, and I'm sure Jim shares this, is I'm very intrigued by some of the nanotechnology innovations we're seeing. I think that's part of that is my heart as a material scientist in terms of regenerative medicine. And, when we talk about the limitations of drug delivery systems right now, one of the biggest things that I observe is, limitations in accuracy and low tolerances. There's a lot of challenge in, particularly when you have these multiple dose or titration dose or weight-based dose solutions that are limited by the current available technology, that things like microfluidics, even not even just nanotechnologies, but microfluidics enables in order to target an unmet or an underserved need, I think is a better term to even put there. And so I'm excited to see where those things go, and particularly recognizing that we're starting to get to that point with nanotechnologies. What we've seen with prior drug delivery systems over the past 20 years, there's been an exponential ramp in the investigational submissions we've seen even in the US around this space, this microfluidics, this nano array space. And it'll be interesting to see how some of that technology starts to translate into the commercial space. And we're already starting to see it in, cell and gene therapies, but that I think is going to open an amazing door for some previously unmet needs, particularly when we talk blood-brain barrier limitations and things of that sort.